Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be discussing the relationship between strength and hypertrophy. So basically, let's start off with the idea that strength and hypertrophy both relate to each other. So firstly, hypertrophy relates to strength in the fact that muscle with a larger cross-sectional area can produce higher force, and that's like pretty much across the board. Improved strength in regards to like 1 rep max strength. So basically like increases the amount of volume you can handle in hypertrophy training. So say if your 1 rep max is 200 kilos, you can handle a higher percentage of that weight for say 5 sets of 5. So that gives you a higher total volume, which helps increase hypertrophy. So the higher your strength gets, the higher potential for hypertrophy increases are, and hypertrophy also increases strength equally. So what we can gather from this in training is there always needs to be a focus on both training strength and hypertrophy, regardless of like whether it's powerlifting goals, bodybuilding goals. So say as a bodybuilder, incorporating a phase of strength training, focusing on increasing your maximal strength. When you come back to doing your normal bodybuilding work, you're able to handle heavier weights, increase volume, and produce more hypertrophy in regards to your bodybuilding goals. Or if strength is your goal, as in strength is your goals in powerlifting, increased hypertrophy will increase the cross-sectional area of the muscle, therefore allowing you to lift more weight and increase your 1 rep max. So both increases in both these things are very good for both goals of increasing max strength and hypertrophy. So different, like all sorts of different athletes with different goals should utilise both methods in training, but how you do this is pretty much dependent. So you can do like daily undulating periodization, where you're training both hypertrophy and strength concurrently within the same training block. Or you can like incorporate strategic phases of hypertrophy or strength. So say like a bodybuilder might incorporate a strength phase during the off season to increase their strength to allow them to handle heavier weights when they come back on to their hypertrophy phase. So it can be used in a cyclic manner like that. Powerlifting wise, you can incorporate like a hypertrophy cycle like far out from a meet, so you could have just completed a meet and then when you start back in training after your meet, focus on hypertrophy, and slowly as you're getting closer to the meet, start dropping some more of the hypertrophy work and be more specific in regards to your maximum weights. One of the major pitfalls of most training in regards to like beginner training is people focus too much on their specific goals. So say their goal is for hypertrophy and to increase muscle size, they'll basically just do all hypertrophy training and hardly any strength work. And that's like a massive pitfall. Like you need to do strength work. Say when you get stronger, you increase your 1 rep max. So when you increase that 1 rep max, you also increase your 5 rep max, your 4 rep max, your 8 rep max, your 10 rep max. So you can handle a lot more weight when you're working sets. Also, on the other hand, strength athletes, a lot of guys get into the pitfall of, because they're trying to like stick within the laws of specificity and keep their training specific to their goal. By doing the right thing, they end up doing the wrong thing by missing out hypertrophy training altogether. So it's important to note with hypertrophy and strength training, it ties very closely in with training specificity. Like specificity is very important, but variability is also important. There's a constant trade-off between specificity and variability. You can't have all of one and all of the other. So if you've got high specificity and low variability, or high variability and no specificity at all, so you need to try and strike an even ground and try and basically target both elements within your like, annual training plan. I'm not saying everyone needs to train everything all at the same time. See, a powerlift that you're peaking for a meet, you shouldn't be doing that much hypertrophy work because it's causing extra fatigue, which isn't really going to help out your performance much. But hypertrophy is still important in the long-term plan. So when I talk about incorporating both methods in training, I don't necessarily mean back-to-back within a certain week or within a short-term training block. But in your annual and multi-year plan of your entire lifting career, there should definitely be elements of both, no matter what. And this goes both for like athletic training, like sports guys. Strength is very important for your performance. However, like even if you're an athlete and an athlete who doesn't need hypertrophy, say like a rugby player needs hypertrophy for their sport, because extra padding, extra body weight, that kind of thing. But say you're a jumper or a runner, hypertrophy training is still important because it does increase the cross-sectional area of the muscle, and that does increase the amount of force that muscle can produce, and that will increase your performance in your sport. That's all I've got to say on that today, folks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out.